Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and it's a new day here for the Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay, and it's going to be St. Louis and Atlanta. St. Louis at Atlanta for I think it's the third and final game of this three-game series, and I'm going to set this up right now, if you don't mind, and then we'll start the ball game. Oh, and I hope everybody's doing fine today. Oh, bear with me as I do this. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, that's a new playlist. Wow. Gotta check that out. Oh. There we go. Well, I'm at it. Let me add the playlist here. Whoops. There we go. It's not so hard. There we go. There. Beautiful. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? August 17. Yep. Isn't that nice? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. There we go. All right. There it is. Let's get that. Oh. All right now. We should be starting in about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And Kathy Arden has arrived. Wow. Kathy Hart Kathy Harden, how are you? I hope you're doing well this morning. I'm just setting this up. As you can see, first game of August 17. Cardinals have won 3 in a row. That's going to mean they won the first 2 of this series. Atlanta has lost 3 in a row. Their lead in the West is down to 2. 73 and 48, 61 and 58. Carlton and Pappas. Steve Carlton comes in with 11 wins. Pappas comes in with 3 wins. Hasn't pitched too much. Whoops. Go. Let's get the prior games, and don't worry, we'll have crowd noise. We'll have the whole ball game here, and we hope all of you are doing well today. Here it is. St. Louis won the first game 4-3, and they won the second game 5-3. Gibson won the last game. And they're now only 11.5 behind. Nobody pitched here. And Niebauer and Stone came in. Let's get the starting lineups in here. Just take a few minutes, folks. This was a day game. It was a Sunday. Flood Pincentori. Carver Shannon. Javier. Maxville. And Carlton. Mudcat Grant came in. To relieve. Interesting. Okay. First, third, second short pitcher. And for the Braves, Felipe leads it off. Cardi back in the lineup. Cepeda, Boyer, Tillman. Garrido. And Pappas. First, second, third. catcher short, and they brought in Doyle, Upshaw, and Jarvis. Oh. I think I'll tweet this out. A quick tweet. I don't know if you can call it a tweet, but I think they will be calling it that for a very long time, even though the name is changing. First game of August 17. Let's get the link in there. Who should I put in? I think I'll put in Rico Carty. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh. There we go. That's ready to be tweeted. There it goes. And the tweet is good, folks. The tweet is good. Okay, let me get them out. Oh, it was a big game, no doubt about it. I'll set this up and then I'll take a break for about 3 minutes. And then we'll get going here. There's Steve Carlton. Thank you for the retweet, Kathy, very much, as always. 3NL4, always. As always. There's Milt Pappas. There's Cardi, Cepeda, Boyer, Tillman. Garrido. Pappas, a 6NR2. Felipe, Mion, Henry is a 1-2, Cardi is a 4+2. And Garrido, there it is. Carlton, the left-hander, Pappas, the right-hander. Two great pitchers, even though this wasn't Pappas' greatest year. Oh, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Atlanta. And we are here for the third and final game of the series, St. Louis at Atlanta. St. Louis comes in, they've won the first two of the series, 11.5 behind Pittsburgh, making some ground. Atlanta has lost ground. They're only 2 games ahead of the San Francisco Giants. And mind you, if they lose, they'll be a game and a half ahead. This is the first game of August 17, 1969. Just to let you know, the Giants play a doubleheader against the Cubs later today. That'll be later this week, much later this week. And if they were to sweep, then they would be a half game behind the Atlanta Braves. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll be starting in about 3 minutes. Kathy Harden will go with Carlton and the Cards, and so will I. That's a good choice. And the only reason I want them is to give the Braves a chance. I'd like to give the Giants a chance, and I'd also like to see the Cards make ground. Cards are in third place behind the Cubs. And we will be back in 2 to 3 minutes for the start of this ball game. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Absolutely, Kathy Arden. Absolutely. Well, we're ready to get started. We're hoping for a nice leisurely ball game this morning as we start off August 17, 1969 on the real world schedule, real world lineups, everything. The Braves really haven't had much of a losing streak this season until now, where they've lost 3 in a row, and they're hoping for Milt Pappas to help bring them out of this. That's going to be pretty tough against the left-hander Steve Carlton. Carlton comes in with 11 wins. Pappas with 3. He's been injured much of the season. But he's ready to go today. And the Braves take the field. Leading it off for St. Louis is Lou Brock, left-handed hitter. Braves took the first 2 of this series. Here's Pappas, he's ready, the windup and the pitch to Brock. That's 2-8 right-handed. He struck him out. And that's 1 away. Oh, the fans are cheering. Okay, here's Curt Flood now. Pappas gets the sign from Tillman. Here's the windup and the pitch to Flood. That's 2-10 right-handed. Grounds it to short for Garrido. Over to Cepeda. It's 2 outs for Veda Pinson. Torrey comes out on deck. Okay, Pappas. And the pitch to Pinson. That's 1-5 right-handed, and he grounds it to first. Cepeda has it. He'll take it to the bag himself. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Milt Pappas here. After a half, it's St. Louis nothing. Atlanta coming to bat. Here's Steve Carlton now, going for win number 12 for the Cards. These are the returning National League champions in the field. And Felipe will lead it off for the Braves. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, Carlton is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Felipe. He's a left-hander, Carlton. 4-6 right-hander, and that is a base hit by Felipe to open it up. A single off Carlton, Felipe on first, and here's Felix Millan. He's probably, he's an A bunter. I think he'll lay it down. Why not? No, I'll have him hit away. Okay, Carlton from the stretch. The pitch to Millan. That's 3-5. Left-handed, grounds to second. Javier has it. He can only go to first, and Felipe goes to second, so same difference. Millan moves Felipe to second base for Hank Aaron, future Hall of Famer. Carlton from the stretch. And the pitch to Aaron. That's 6-5 right-handed. Struck him out. And that's the first for Steve Carlton. Two down for Rico Carty with Neon in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Carty. That's 1-8 left-handed. And it's a base hit to left. This might score Felipe. Whoa. Felipe rounding third. Brock is a +1 with 2 outs. Felipe 1-15. He's fast. 1-17, 1-18. They will let him score. And hold Carty at first. So it's a 1-0 ball game here for the Braves. Carty with a 2-out single. Felipe. And here's Orlando Cepeda. The Braves strike first. What the hell happened here? I'm just looking at my TV screen. Okay, it's fine. Very strange. Okay, Orlando comes up to the plate. It's 2 outs, Carty on first. Here's the pitch to Orlando. And that's 5-7 right-handed, struck him out. And that's the second for Carlton to retire the side, but there was 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left on after 1. It's Atlanta 1, St. Louis nothing. Okay, Kathy Arden for the Cardinals now. Top of the second, Joe Torre will lead it off. Then it'll be McCarver and Shannon. Pappas retired the cards in order in the first. Oh. Okay, Pappas. Here's the windup and the pitch to Torre. Whoa, that counts. 4-3. Right-handed. Grounds it to third for Boyer. He's a 1. 12-1. Oh, he boots it. Oh, one of the rare errors by Cletus Boyer. It happens to the best of them. First error of the ball game. So Torre is on first to lead it off. And here's Tim McCarver. Pappas from the stretch. The pitch to McCarver now. That's 5-12, left-handed. Grounds it to third for Boyer again. He's a 4, and this time he turns the double play. So he makes an error and then doubles up McCarver, and it's 2 outs, nobody on. That'll bring up Mike Shannon. The pitch from Pappas. 5-5, right-handed, struck him out, and that's the second for Pappas. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the error. None left after the double play in the middle of the second. It's a 1-0 ball game. Well, here comes Steve now to pitch the bottom of the second. He allowed a run in the first. And Cletus Boyer will lead it off. Okay, Carlton. Here's the pitch to Boyer. That's 4-4 right-handed. Catcher X. McCarver a 3. 2-3. And it's a dribbler right in front of the plate. McCarver pounces on it and throws it over to Torrey for the first out. Here's Bob Tillman. We are doing 2 replays here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, this 1969 and also 1911. And we are on April 16. I think it's the 4th date of this, very early on. And I want to let you know the next game is Pittsburgh at Chicago Cubs. Honus Wagner and the Pittsburgh Pirates, and pitching for the Cubs will be 3-finger Mordecai Brown. So that's something to look forward to. Tillman with 1 out, nobody on. Carlton the windup and the pitch. That's 5-3 right-handed. Grounds it back to Carlton. He's a 4. 5-4, and that goes through, and it's going to be a double for Tillman. So Tillman on second with 1 out, and here's Gil Garrido. Pappas comes out on deck. Here's the pitch to Garrido. That's 6-3 right-handed. Fly ball left. Uh-oh. Okay, no. Brock is a 2. That'll be 3-2, and that's a 2-base error by Lou Brock, and Tillman scores. Oh, my. So, it happens. That'll probably be unearned. We'll see. First error for St. Louis. Here comes Milt Pappas now. He's a good hitting pitcher, 6 NR. 2-0 now, Atlanta. Brock misjudged that. Here's the pitch to Pappas. 3-12 struck him out. Number 3 for Steve. 2 away. That is a unearned run. Charge to Carlton. And here's Felipe Alou. It's 2 outs, Garrido on second. That's 3-9 left-handed. Grounds it to third. And Shannon has it to retire the side. But another run for Atlanta, an unearned run on a double, a 2-base error by Brock, 1 left. After 2, it's 2-0 Atlanta. Here's Pappas now to start the 3rd inning. Julian Javier leads it off. Here's the pitch to Javier. That's 4-2 right-handed. And that is a... Whoa! Okay, it's a liner to short, caught by Garrido. 1 out. Hard line drive. Caught by Garrido. Here's Dal Maxfield. Carlton comes out on deck. Here's the pitch to Maxville. That's 2-7, right-handed. Struck him out. Number 3 for Pappas. And Steve Carlton is the batter. Ah, 5-9 left-handed. And that is a double down the line for Steve Carlton. He's a good hitting pitcher. He's a 4. So Carlton with a 2-out double off Pappas. And Lou Brock comes up. He struck out in the first. Here's the pitch to Brock. That's 2-8 right-handed. Struck him out for a second time and the 4th in the game for Pappas. The side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Middle of the third, 2-0 Braves. Braves trying to avoid a sweep in this 3-game series. It'll be Felix Millan leading it off against Steve. Steve's looked shaky in the first 2 innings. Here's the pitch to Millan. That's 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out, and that's rare. You're going to see that happen on the pitcher's card because he had only 36 strikeouts all season as a hitter. Here's Hank Aaron. 1 down. Aaron struck out in the first. Here's Carlton. The pitch to Aaron. That's 2-8. And that's a double down the left field line for Aaron. So Aaron is on second with 1 out. And the dangerous Rico Carty comes up. Cepeda on deck. Here's Carlton now. The pitch to Carty. That's 5-11 right-handed. And that's a liner to short, caught by Maxville. 2 outs, and that was a big one. Orlando is the batter. Cletus comes out on deck. Clutch situation for Orlando. Mm. 4-10 right-handed. Fly ball left, routine. Brock under it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. That double by Aaron, he was left on. And after 3, it's 2-0 Atlanta. Well, Milt Pappas, he's allowed 1 hit in 3 innings. It was a double to Carlton. Leading it off will be Curt Flood. Flood steps into the box. Here's Pappas. The pitch to Flood. That's 5-4 right-handed. Catcher X again. Tillman is a 4 though. Oh. That'll be 9-4. And he drops a pop-up. Tillman, a routine pop-up. Second error of the game for Atlanta. So Flood is on. And Veda Pinson is the batter. He grounded to first in the first. Veda the tying run at the plate. Here's Pappas. And the pitch. That's 2-8. And it's a grounder to first. Oh my. Cepeda steps on the bag, throws to second, and it's a double play. So that error is negated like the one in the second with a double play. And it's 2 outs, nobody on. And Joe Torre is the batter. 0 for 1 reached on an error in the second. We'll need new coffee. Here's Pappas and the pitch to Torre. 4-6 right-handed, grounds it to third for Boyer. He throws it to Orlando, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the error, none left after the double play, middle of the fourth. It's 2-0 Atlanta. We'll make a pot after this half inning as Cletus Boyer steps up. Okay, Carlton is ready. Here's the pitch to Boyer. That's 5-5 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 5 for Steve. Now Bob Tillman. That's 3-4 left-handed. Grounder to short for Maxville. Over to Torre, 2 away. And Gil Garrido is the batter. Here's the pitch to Garrido. That's 6-8 right-handed, and he grounds it to third for Shannon. And Shannon throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Steve, so maybe he is settling down. It's 2-0 after 4. I'd say we got a ball game here. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're so glad to have you today, this morning. I'm going to go ahead and make some coffee here. I started early this morning, and it'll be McCarver, Shannon, and Javier for the Cardinals' top of the 5th. Indeed, I am. It'll just take a minute. Lord help me. Lord frickin' help me, please. I'm definitely game for another game today. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking Honus Wagner. Pirates come into Chicago for a series starting today. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we move to the top of the fifth here. Coffee brewing, Kathy Harden. And Milt Pappas on the mound. 1 hit allowed, no runs. 2 reached by error, and both out in double plays. Here's Tim McCarver. 2 lead it off, top of the fifth. Cards down by 2. Pappas into his windup. The pitch to McCarver. And that's 5-7 left-handed. Fly ball to center. Under it is Felipe for the first out of the top of the fifth. Coffee brewing, Mike Shannon. The pitch from Pappas. That's 1-9, right-handed. Struck him out. Number 5 for Pappas. 2 down. And Julian Javier is the batter. Pappas very tough today. Here's the windup and the pitch from Pappas. That's 4-5 right-handed. Fly ball left. And Carty is under it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And the side is retired. Middle of the fifth, it's 2-0 Atlanta. Well, Steve is retired 5 in order. Maybe he has settled down a bit. He allowed 2 runs so far. It'll be Milt Pappas, the pitcher, leading it off, bottom of the fifth. Here's Carlton, the pitch to Pappas. That's 6-8, right-handed. Grounds it to third for Shannon, 1 away. That's 6 in a row by Steve. Now Felipe. Felipe 1 for 2. Singled in the first and scored the first run for Atlanta. Here's the pitch to Felipe. And that's 3-2 left-handed. Hit him. And Felipe goes to first. Hit by a Carlton fastball. Couldn't get out of the way on that. So Felipe on first with 1 out, and here's Felix Millan. Felix 0 for 2. Went down swinging in the third. That's pretty rare for Felix. Felipe on first, 1 down. Here's pitch from Steve. That's 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out again. Oh my! And he goes back. That time he was watching, looking, and that's a 6th. And he goes back, upset. Felix Millan. It's 2 down now. And here's Henry Aaron. Henry doubled in the third, was left on base. Felipe with a short lead off first, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Aaron. That's a 111 left-handed, and it's popped up behind the plate. And McCarver makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. Felipe hit by a pitch left on. We've gone 5 here. It's 2-0 Atlanta. Lord Almighty, I hope everybody's doing okay today. Dal Maxville will lead it off. He struck out in the 3rd inning. It'll be Maxville, then the pitcher Steve Carlton, and then top of the order Lou Brock. Okay, Pappas is ready. Here's the pitch to Maxville. 5'8", right-handed, and that is a drive hit out into the gap. It's dropping. It's going to be extra bases, and Maxville going to 3rd with a triple. A leadoff triple by Dal Maxville. Take a look at that card. So Maxville opens it up with a triple. Let's look at that again. 5'8", right-handed. Triple 1 to 5, and that's a 3. So here's Steve Carlton with Maxville on 3rd. Carlton, don't count him out. He doubled in the 3rd. Pappas from the stretch. The pitch to Carlton. That's 1-5, and he grounds to short. Garrido holding Maxville throws Carlton out. It's 1 out, and Maxville holds. But the Lou Brock now 0 for 2, struck out twice. I'm gonna sneak a cup, if you don't mind. Sneak one. Oh, Lord help me. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh. Okay, Pappas digs in from the stretch, facing Brock. Brock has struck out twice. It's Maxville on 3rd, 1 down. Here's the pitch to Brock. That's 1-3, right-handed, and it's a base hit. Maxville comes home. It's a 2-1 ball game. So that's a little bit of redemption for Lou Brock, who committed a 2-base error in the 2nd that brought Tillman home. It's now 2-1. Brock is on 1st, and he is a 1-17 to steal. Well, off Tillman a +2. 1-17, 1-15, 1-17. I think we'll send him with 1 out. Here's Curt Flood. Pappas from the stretch. The pitch to Flood. There goes Brock. And he's safe. Look at that. So Brock in scoring position now to tie the ball game for Curt Flood. It's 1 out. Pappas in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, yeah. Indeed, Kathy Harden. Indeed. Pinson 0 for 2 today. I'm sorry, Flood 0 for 2 today. Reached on the error out in a double play. Brock on second, 1 down. Here's the pitch to Flood. That's 5-7 right-handed. Fly ball center. And Felipe makes the catch. Brock holds at second. 2 down. And it's all up to Veda Pinson. See if they can get a second run here and tie up this ball game. Pinson, a left-handed hitter. 2 outs, Brock on second. Pappas from the stretch. The pitch to Veda. And that's 3-11 right-handed. He grounds it to third, and Boyer has it. Throws it to Cepeda, and the side is retired. But the Cardinals get 1 run here in the top of the 6th on 2 hits. A leadoff triple by Dal Maxville. Knocked home by Brock. Brock left on base, and in the middle of the 6th, it's 2-1. Atlanta over St. Louis. And Tony has arrived. Great to see you, Tony. I imagine it's a little early for you to be in a restaurant right now. 6:10 a.m. in Oregon. Okay, Carlton now, with 6 strikeouts. He's allowed 2 runs, 1 of them unearned. He'll face Carty to start it off. Here's Carlton now. The pitch to Carty. That's 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 7 for Steve. And here comes Orlando. Steve into his windup. The pitch to Cepeda. Okay, 3-3, left-handed, grounds it to short from Maxville. Throws it over to Torrey, 2 away. Okay, you're at home, you had breakfast. I've never known you to eat at home, but sure, I figured. What'd you have, Tony? 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Cletus Boyer. Boyer is 0 for 2. Carlton into his windup, and the pitch to Boyer. That's 4-12 right-handed. Grounds it to first. Scoop by Torrey. 23, and he takes it to the bag himself. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Carlton. It's 2-1 through 6, folks. You had cereal. Type of cereal? Hot, cold, brand, toppings, if any. Just kidding, Tony. Well, it's a 2-1 ball game through 6 innings here in Atlanta for the 3rd of a 3-game series. Cards took the first 2. Braves looking to get out of what looks to be like their only losing streak to mention of the season, because they played such good baseball. They've lost 3 in a row. Their lead is down to 2 over the Giants. And out comes Milt Pappas. The 6th inning was his first endurance inning. He allowed 2 hits, so 2 hits and or walks, and he has fatigued. And Cecil Upshaw is warming. He is a right-handed pitcher. He's warming in the bullpen. Along with Paul Doyle, the left-hander. So how do you like that? The two of them, they are not. They're not taking any chances here. Both warming in the bullpen. Lucky Charms. Thank you, sir. Okay, Pappas facing Torrey 0 for 2 here in the top of the 7th. Cards down by 1. Here's Pappas. The pitch to Torrey. That's 3-10 right-handed. Grounds it to third for Boyer. Over to Cepeda, 1 away. Now Tim McCarver. McCarver 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. That's 3-8 right-handed. Pops it up to third. I'm sorry, second. And Mian is under it, 2 away for Mike Shannon. Shannon has struck out twice today by Pappas. Here's the pitch to Shannon now. That's 4-10 right-handed. Grounds it to short, and Garrido throws him out. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 by Pappas. This is the 7th inning stretch, people. And it's a good ball game. It's a 2-1 game. You're watching me on... You like it. The big screen is great. In fact, Tony, I have the big screen myself going. It's a little bit behind. I have it open in all sorts of ways, Tony. I have it obviously broadcasting on my phone, watching it on YouTube from the desktop, also watching it on the YouTube Studio, which makes it easier. You see that? YouTube Studio. And then I can end the stream easily because sometimes I'm also using an app, Streaming Labs, to broadcast this without incident. I have my TweetDeck up. As you can see, I can watch the game here to make sure it's broadcasting okay. And then I have my TweetDeck, which is my notifications and my new followers. But you know, you never know if there's something like breaking news when I cut it off like that. And we'll take a break here for 2 to 3 minutes during the 7th inning stretch. And when we come back, we'll resume this ball game, which has really turned into being a very good ball game. I've got it all, Kathy Harden, except for peace of mind. That's very elusive to me. I don't know what I would do about it if I had it. Folks, this is Jeffrey Guterman, and we're in the middle of the 7th. It's a 2-1 ball game, Atlanta over St. Louis. Big game for both clubs. Final of a 3-game series. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 7th, and Steve Carlton with 7 strikeouts will face the bottom third of this Braves order, Tillman, Garrido, and Pappas. I'll catch you in a few minutes. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh. I sure hope to be playing a game this afternoon, people, and the target time is about 2 p.m. Eastern. That would be 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 7 p.m. in Lagos, Nigeria. But, you know, I'm not presetting it for multiple reasons. And I want to see Mordecai Brown pitch. I'm telling you, you don't realize how muggy it is out there until you go out. God. And we're not as bad as some of the places in the world. Let's get some coffee here. Well, Steve Carlton takes the mound. He's trying to keep the Cardinals in this ball game. They trail 2-1. It's the bottom of the 7th. And Bob Tillman will lead it off. Okay, Steve is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Tillman. Tillman 1-4 left-handed, flies it to left almost out of here, and Brock makes the catch. Remember, Tillman doubled in the 2nd and scored the go-ahead run on the error by Lou Brock. It's 1 out. Here's Gil Garrido. Whew, Lord. Carlton gets the sign into his windup, and the pitch to Garrido. That's 4-6 right-handed, and there is a base hit by Garrido off Carlton. And Milt Pappas is the batter, 0 for 2. Felipe on deck. Here's the pitch to Pappas. So left-handed hit, right-handed hitter. 2-3, and he struck him out. That's number 8 for Steve. And Felipe comes up, 1 for 2, singled and scored, hit by a pitch left on base. It's 2 outs, Garrido on first. Here's the pitch to Felipe. That's 5-5 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 9 for Steve. And let's not take away from Steve Carlton, who's pitched very good baseball today. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've gone 7 full here in Atlanta. It's Atlanta 2, St. Louis nothing. Milt Pappas, on the other hand, has pitched even better. He's allowed 1 run in 7 innings. He has 5 strikeouts. Leading it off will be Julian Javier, 0 for 2. Maxville on deck, then Steve would be up. Mudcat Grant pitched in this game. In real world, I suppose we could use him. I guess someone who hasn't seen action recently is Joe Horner, a left-handed hitter. He's also warming. We use the real world situations as a guide, not as a requisite. So they have a right-hander and a left-hander. And there's nobody warming now. Upshur in the Braves. Upshur and Doyle were warming. They're both sitting down now. Here's Javier to lead it off. Top of the 8th, Cards down by 1. Here's the pitch to Javier. That's 1-9 right-handed, and that is a Double down the line for Julian. A leadoff double off Pappas. Pappas fresh as a daisy. This is his third endurance inning. So Javier is on first, and here comes Dal Maxville. He's a 170-something hitter, 175. He's an A bunter. I think we'll have him lay it down. Let's see where the infield's at. The infield is back. He's an A bunter. Here's the pitch from Pappas. Maxville lays it down, and it's a beauty. Oh, my. And it's hit to Pappas, and his only play is to first. Oh, almost beat it out. Javier goes to third, and there will be a hitter for Steve Carlton. Carlton pitched 7. Loser of record right now, but that can change. He allowed 5 hits. Pitched good baseball. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 9 and allowed 1 earned run and 1 unearned run. Kathy Harden for the Cardinals. There will be a hitter. They're going to bring Mudcat Grant in next inning to face all right-handers. Even though he's not as good as Horner, he's a right-hander. So Grant, as he did in real world, will come into this ball game. Mudcat Grant. And let's see who's hitting here. They don't have much of a bench, the Cardinals. They really don't. But it will be Dave Ricketts. Ricketts coming in now. A fly ball to the outfield could tie this ball game. Here's Dave Ricketts, a switch hitter batting left against Pappas. Top of the 8th, 1 out, and Javier on third. Infield is back. Here's Pappas from the stretch to pitch to Ricketts. That's 6-3, left-handed, fly ball left. Uh-oh, Cardi, he's a 4. That could be trouble. 13-4, it's a base hit. And Javier comes home with the tying run. We'll look at that again. Ricketts with a pinch hit single ties up the ball game. How do you like that? Let's look at that again. Pappas, 6-3 against the switch hitter left-handed, fly ball left, Cardi a 4, 13-4. And it's a base hit advance 2. So Ricketts is on first. There's going to be a pinch runner for Dave Ricketts, who's a 1-10. Vic Davalillo. Came from California. Vic Davalillo running a 1-16. And due up is Lou Brock. And that's it for Milt Pappas. He has not reached fatigue, but they're going to bring in the left-hander Paul Doyle here. How do you like that? Paul Doyle is coming in, a left-hander. There'll be a break in the action here. Pappas pitched 7 1/3 innings. He can still be the loser of record. He cannot win this ball game. Doyle will take his warm-ups. Pappas allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, just like Carlton. He walked nobody. There has not been a walk in this ball game. Wow. He struck out 5 and he has allowed 2 runs, and he's responsible for Vic Davalillo running on first base. Doyle taking the last of his warm-ups as Lou Brock, a left-handed hitter, so it's lefty-lefty here. That's what the Braves do here. Now it's a 2-2 ball game. Brock steps into the batter's box. Davalillo is a B stealer. That'll be 1-10, 1-12 being held. Okay, here's Brock now facing Doyle from the stretch. The pitch to Brock. 5-3 left-handed, grounds back to Doyle. He's a 2. This could be 2. 17-2, and he turns the double play, and the side is retired. So Brock grounds into a double play. And the side is retired. There was 1 run for the Cardinals on 2 hits. The leadoff double by Julian. And he came home. We're moving to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-2 ball game. And here's Mudcat Grant, the new pitcher. Mudcat taking his warm-ups on the mound in to relieve Carlton. Doyle, now a pitcher of record in this game. So is Grant. It's going to be Felix Millan, Hank Aaron, and Rico Carty, all right-handed hitters, facing Mudcat Grant, the right-hander. He pitched in this game in real world. Here's Mudcat, he's ready. The wind-up and the pitch to Millan. That's 2-5 right-handed, grounds it to third for Shannon, 1 away. Millan 0 for 4 today. Here's Aaron. Aaron 1 for 3, doubled left on in the third. Mudcat gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Aaron. That's 4-6 right-handed. And he pops it up to short for Maxville, 2 away. And now Rico Carty 1 for 3. We know Rico, he has power. He's hit home runs that have made a big difference for these Braves. Mudcat into his windup. The pitch to Carty. That's 4-10 right-handed. Grounds it to short. And Maxville has it, throws to Torrey, 1-2-3 inning for Mudcat. Boy, he looked good there. We've gone 8, it's a 2-2 ball game. Paul Doyle reckoned to start his second inning of relief. Kurt Flood leads it off. He's a right-hander. Flood 0 for 3, reached on an error and was doubled. Okay, Doyle is ready. Here's the wind-up, the pitch to Flood. 2-3 left-handed, and that's a liner to short, caught by Garrido. Just got it. Wow. 2-3 against the left-hander, single 1, and it's a 2. So it's 1 away. It's a game of inches. Here's Veda Pinson, 0 for 3. Torrey on deck. We're all tied here at 2. Doyle into his windup, pitch to Pinson. That's 5-5 left-handed, walked him, and that's the first walk in this ball game for either team. So Doyle puts on the go-ahead run here in the top of the ninth, Pinson on first, and here's Joe Torrey. Doyle. And the pitch to Torrey. That's 3-8 left-handed. Grounds it back to Doyle. And he forces Pinson at second base. It's 2 outs now. Torrey is on first. And Tim McCarver, the batter. This is lefty-lefty. Here's the pitch from Doyle. 1-7, and it's a base hit by McCarver. Torrey, rounding second, goes to third. This is his first endurance inning, but he's only the single if you want to figure it out. And that's going to be Mike Shannon now. They're going to stay with Doyle first and third, 2 outs. Okay, here's Doyle now. The pitch to Shannon. That's 5-7 right-handed. Struck him out. And that is the side. No runs. 1 hit, a walk, 2 left. Doyle gets out of it. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. Mudcat. We'll face Orlando, Boyer, and Tillman here in the bottom of the ninth. Oh, Tim McCarver. Oh. Yeah. Here's Orlando now. 0 for 3 today. Mudcat is ready. Here's the pitch to Orlando. That's 1-7 right-handed. Fly ball center. Flood getting under it. Actually, it's a ground ball to third. No. It's a fly ball to center. That's 1 away. Mudcat has retired the first 4 Braves he's met here today. Here's Cletus Boyer, 1 out, nobody on. Cletus 0 for 3. Oh, here's Mudcat now. The pitch to Boyer. That's 5-7 right-handed. Fly ball to center again. For Flood, 2 away, and Bob Tillman. Tillman 1 for 3, doubled and scored on the error by Lou Brock. Mudcat gets the sign from McCarver, and the pitch to Tillman. 1-9 right-handed, hit deep. Oh my. Back to the wall goes Brock, and he makes the catch at the warning track. Oh, and we're going to extra innings. Let's look at that again by Tillman, 1-9. Against the right-hander, home run 1-4. It was a 6. It's a long fly caught by Brock. We're going to extra innings after 9. It's a 2-2 ball game. How do you like that? Paul Doyle, they're going to try to get another inning out of him. He's fresh as a daisy. And this would be his second full inning. He pitched 2/3 of an inning by getting Brock to ground into a double when he came in the 8th with 1 out. Doyle will face Javier Maxfield, and we'll see. We'll see if there's a pinch hitter. They don't really have anyone to speak of on the bench, but we'll have a pinch hitter. Okay, Javier, 1 for 3. He doubled and scored the tying run in the 8th. Here's Doyle now. The pitch to Javier. 2-7, left-handed, grounds it to short. Garrido over to Cepeda, 1 away. And here's Del Maxfield. That's 3-10, left-handed, grounded back to Doyle for a 2-away. And I hate to pinch hit with 2 outs and nobody on, but, you know, Mudcat really should not pitch more. You can't, you know, you got to make it realistic. Horner will come in. Mudcat pitched 2 perfect innings. And Horner will be the new pitcher. Joe Horner, a left-hander. If you have to say, is there an ace in the lineup, it would be him. Let's see who's going to face Doyle here to start with 2 outs in the top of the 10th. There'll be a hitter for Doyle next inning. So this is his final shot at it. God, they have such a bad bench. But it will be Byron Brown coming in to hit, a right-handed hitter. So Brown comes in. Two pinch hit for Larry Doyle, who pitched good baseball. Actually, Mudcat Grant, yeah, well, decent baseball. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? Doyle, this is for Grant, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Doyle is ready. Rare appearance by Byron Brown. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Doyle, and the pitch to Brown. That's 6'9", right-handed, grounder to short. Garrido a 3. 14-3, and oh, he boots it. It's a 2-base error by Garrido. Oh my. 3rd error for the Braves today. Let's look at that again. 6'9", right-hander, ground ball short, 14-3 on Garrido. And Lord help us, a 2-base error. So the go-ahead run on second, Byron Brown, he'll run. He'll stay on second here. And it's up to Lou Brock. He's 1 for 4. He has a chance here to redeem himself for his error in the second, which scored Tillman. At the time was the go-ahead run. Brown on second, 2 down, Doyle. The pitch to Brock. This is lefty-lefty. That's 1-5, left-handed, and it's a double down the line. Brown comes around, and he scores. It's a 3-2 ball game. It's an unearned run. Lou Brock redeems himself. He gets his second run batted in. Holy cow. Brown came home. A double down the line by Brock. And that's going to be it for Paul Doyle. Here comes Cecil Upshaw. I hate to bring him in, but He pitched in real world. He'll face Curt Flood with 2 outs and Brock on second. That's it for Doyle. He's the loser of record. He pitched 2 and 2. He pitched 1. That's 2/3. 1 and 2/3. 2 and 1/3. He allowed 2 hits. He walked a batter, the only walk in the ball game for anybody. He struck out 1, and he has allowed no earned runs, but he allowed the go-ahead run, an unearned run, and Cecil Upshaw has come in after the double. So Upshaw taking his wind-ups as Curt Flood will come in. Flood 0 for 4. Remember, Horner is warming. So Grant is the winner of record and Horner eligible for the save. Here's Curt Flood now. 2 outs, Brock on second. Upshaw is ready. Here's the pitch to Flood. 4-5 right-handed, fly ball right. And Aaron makes the catch. And the side is retired. But there was 1 run, an unearned run. Oh my, knocked home by Brock. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th. And Joe Horner, the left-hander, will face Garrido, a pinch hitter for Upshaw, and Felipe Alou. Where did I bring? Here it is. Joe Horner on the mound taking his warm-ups. Yeah, thank you, Kathy Harden. And I tried to cover for both clubs. I brought in Doyle, I brought in Upshaw. You know, it's both sides. I'm going to get some coffee here. First, a little swig of water. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Oh, and I'm sure the Giants are watching this ball game. Some of them. This is the final cup of my second pot. Oh. But this game ain't over, folks. Joe Horner on the mound, and leading it off will be Gil Garrido, a right-handed hitter facing the southpaw Horner. Okay, Horner is ready. He gets the sign from McCarver. Here's the windup and the pitch to Garrido. That's 4-8 right-handed, and it's a base hit up the middle. There you go. So Garrido opens up with a single, and there'll be a hitter for Upshaw, just as I predicted. The tying run on first. Sonny Jackson is coming in to run for Gil Garrido, and he would stay in the game, coincidentally. Sonny Jackson, a 1-16. If they tie it up, He'll play shortstop. Let's see who's going to come in to hit. Against the southpaw. I'll tell you who's going to hit. It's going to be Tommy Aaron. Tommy Aaron. Coming in to hit here. He's a 250 hitter. He's a right-hander. That's the main reason. So Aaron steps into the batter's box. And here's Horner now from the stretch. Here's Horner now. The pitch to Aaron. Whoa, it counts. 1-3, left-handed, pops it up to third. And Shannon makes the catch. At least it wasn't a double play. That's my thinking. 1-3, he pops out. So it's 1 out with Sonny Jackson on first base. And here comes Felipe. Felipe, a right-handed hitter. Mian on deck. Felipe 1 for 3, scored the first run. Singled in the first. Hit by a pitch left on in the 5th. Here's Horner now. The pitch to Felipe. 6-3 right-hander, ground back to Horner. This could be a game-ending double play. He's a 2. 2-2, it's a base hit. Jackson goes to second. It goes through. Horner could not get that. And the tying run is in scoring position, the winning run on first. Let's look at that again. 6-3 right-handed. Grounder to the pitcher, 2. And Horner is a 2. 2-2, it's a base hit. Advance 1. So this is coming right to the end here. Horner trying to save it here for Grant. Felix Mian, a right-handed hitter. Felix 0 for 4, struck out twice. Oh, that's good coffee. Ooh, Lord. Okay, Horner from the stretch. And the pitch to Mian. That's 3-7 left-handed. Grounds it to short. Maxville to Javier to Torrey. And the ball game is over. Cards win 3-2. So that's it, folks. Horner gets Mian to hit a changeup sharply to short. It was a 3-7 left-handed, grounds to short A. Infield, of course, was back. It was Maxville to Javier and over to Torrey for the game. And what a game it was. Quick wrap-up here. Final score, St. Louis 3, Atlanta 2. The win goes to Mudcat Grant. Horner gets the save. He pitched 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, got into a little trouble, gave some Cardinal fans anxiety, but got out of it. The loss goes to Paul Doyle, who allowed the winning run, and it was unearned. The final line, St. Louis Cardinals 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. The Atlanta Braves 2 runs, 7 hits, and 3 very, very I don't know if they were costly. There's 1, 2, and 3. The third one was absolutely. In fact, the game-winning at bat was Byron Brown, who reached on the error by Garrido. So that's the ball game. It was a hard-fought win, And I'm going to give the, geez, I don't know who to give the star of the game, but I want to acknowledge Steve Carlton for his great pitching, Mudcat Grant for his great pitching, Horner even was okay, and of course, let's not forget Lou Brock, 2 for 5, 2 runs batted in, despite his error in the second, which scored the go-ahead run at the time. Folks, that's the game. The Cardinals move within 11 games of the first place Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Atlanta Braves lead in the NL West is cut down to 1.5 games. So the race in the West, the only real close one, is tightening up. And don't forget, later on this date, the Cubs play a doubleheader against the San Francisco Giants. Stay strong, everybody. And Kathy Harden, thank you so much for a great game again.